In the room. I'm saying that because he's bigger than me. He's also the biggest guy in the room. And it's Big Shaun, everybody. Yay! Don't touch the telly.
I won't touch
Hello.
Hello.
So, this is fucking weird. Having reverb on a mic, it's just like, I feel like I'm doing comedy in fucking a cave. Up the devil's arse. We don't know where that is anyway. So yeah, I'm Shaun, I'm from Sheffield. But I'm not from like Sheffield. I'm from what used to be Derbyshire, Sheffield. So I grew up in a place called Bayton. Place where they've got a shopping centre called Crystal Peaks. Eddie the fucking Eagle opened it. That's how long ago it is, and that's how good it is. So I grew up there, and I was always a big unit. Even when I was little, I was still a big unit. I mean, when I was 5, I was already 5 foot tall. By the time I was 10, I was 5 foot 11. And by the time I was 14, I was 6 foot 4. So I've always been a unit. But I didn't start being a fat cunt until I was about 8. And then we lived in a boozer. And there used to be a burger van outside every weekend. So every Friday, Saturday and Sunday we would have burgers and chips and steak Canadians and hot dogs and Christ knows what. And I just plonk weight on. I was round. By the time I was 9, I looked like a fucking beach ball. Anyway, so my mother, bless her, my mother always spent most of her life trying to get me to lose weight. And when I was about 10, and she gave me AIDS. Now, I'll explain. AIDS, AIDS, yeah, you remember? They were supposed to help you lose weight because when you felt hungry, they were like these little cubes of toffee, mint flavoured, weren't they? Yeah. And when you felt hungry or you wanted to like eat chocolate and shit like that, you had one of them, and it took your cravings off and it helped you lose weight. So my mum gave me them. Only I ate full box. So she's always been trying to get me to lose weight, you know. But I'm 56 now, and I've just started on Monjaro, doing them little jabs in my belly on a Wednesday. And it's alright. I've lost about a pound so far. It's great. But so like I say, I grew up in Bayton, and so we've all Chesterfield's always been close to me. It's always been a place that we've come to. We used to come to markets in Chesterfield before like Crystal Peaks and all that were on, because it were quicker to get here than it were to get to Sheffield, to get to town. So I love Chesterfield. It's a smashing place. I mean, you've got some areas like where I grew up, like like Asland and Old Whittington and Grassmore, and then you've got some nicer areas like Walton and where they get out of bath to have a piss. Now, when I was a kid, there were 3 of us, right? Bath night was Sunday night, and about 7:20, I would knock Ali and Joanna out at Rowan, so I'd be first in bath, because I went sitting in no fucker's piss. So, yeah. But, what can I tell you? I used to have been a singer for years. Did that first before I started comedy. Being in bands is not all it's cracked up to be. Being in bands is like, it's hanging out with 4 people who when you first start, they're your best mates and you love them. And by the time it ends, you don't even go in fucking van, you drive yourself to your gigs and you can't stand to see fucking sight of them. And my old band, if I bump into them, there's one of them that is going to get fucking chinned. But that's just me ranting and raving on. So I went to Manchester for uni, 1987, the height of Manchester. Happy Mondays, they were big, Stone Roses, all of them. Took lots of drugs. I mean, I took my share of drugs, I took your share, I took his share, I took a fucking lot. And 35 years later, I still take a lot of drugs. just now they're all prescription. But it does take me back to old days, because in the morning after I've had my tablets, if I jump up and down, it sounds like fucking Bez's maracas. or you know, it keeps me fucking going, keeps me going. But yeah, my mother, like, you know, we had a difficult relationship. She knew how to upset me and how to press my buttons, but you know, she were a good mother, in as much as she kept us fed and alive. That's fucking bare minimum. I mean, she did that for us. And then I got married to a psychopath. Oh, she was a fucking psycho beast. I mean, I met her and I thought she was going to be the love of my life. I really did. And within 2 years, I was frightened going to sleep at night. I used to sleep with one eye open in case the fucker stabbed me. Oh, she was fucking mental, no case. And then we broke up and I started dating. Now, who's been on dating apps? Yeah. Which ones are you on?
All of them.
All of them. So you're lucky because you've got like Tinder and Christ knows what. When I was dating, there were only about two. There were Match.com that you had to pay about 50 quid a month for, and they were the king of all dating sites. Plenty of Fish. And I was on Plenty of Fish, right? And that shouldn't be called Plenty of Fish, it should be called Plenty of Cunts, because every fucking person on that is dodgy as fuck. I met a woman from Skegness. I went to visit her in Skeg. Oh. Now she told me that she lived on her own and she lived in a bungalow. Well, I mean, it was more like a fucking old railway carriage. It was, and she'd 7 cats. And my ex used to have cats, and as soon as I walked in, I went, "You've got cats, haven't you?" And she went, "I have." And I went, "This is not going to work," and I fucked off quick. Anyway. But I were on there, and sometimes you get nice messages, and sometimes you get some horrible abuse. Horrible abuse. Now, back then, I were a lot heavier than I am now. So I have lost some weight, but I were fucking big. And I sent somebody a message, and they come back to me and they went, "36? You're more like fucking 76, you fat cunt. You fucking ugly bastard. Get that fucking white chewed off your fucking head." Yeah. And that's how I found out my mother were on Plenty of Fish. But and she used to whenever we used to have family reunions and weddings and all stuff like that, she would tell everybody in the room. She'd literally go out of her way to go to people that were talking to me, and she'd go, Shaun's only got a little willy. Ali's is much bigger." I mean, it's fucking true, but this is my younger brother, but she would fucking tell everybody that. But the good thing is, you know, I'll never have to hear her say them words again, because she's fucking dead. Fuck her. Anyway, so yeah, I like to still take drugs when I can. Yeah. No, let's come on. We're all grown-ups here, and we're all amongst friends. Who still likes a bit of weed?
No.
You know? I like a bit of weed. Anybody like a bit of speed?
No.
Oh, I used to fucking love speed. Oh.
How are you fat if you like speed?
Because when you're on speed, you can drink fucking 17 pints and not get drunk. And that's what I used to do. I used to go out on a Friday night, so I'd grab a whiz, and it'd just be fucking Guinness. Fucking drink, like Guinness after Guinness after Guinness till 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd go and have a curry. But, so that's how I ended up being fucking fat. But yeah, and it's depression as well. You know, depression makes you fat. You know, because you know we eat our feelings. Everybody's fucking feelings. You know, I would eat for 10 without, which is probably doesn't. Schizophrenic and you know, 7 different voices in the head. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah. Let me think. This still sounds like a fucking cave. So young ones now. I mean, we're all, I mean, this lad here. This lad here, he looks like he's on his way to fucking Donbass to be a fucking Ukrainian recruit. He's got that look about him. Equal parts, fucking cocky little cunt and fucking abject terror. Well, what's your name, mate? Joey. Well, don't worry, Joey. In a few months, you come back in a body bag. You'll learn to speak Russian. We will look after you. Don't worry. It's very good in Ukraine. You're going to like it in Ukraine. It's very good. And then you come back in body bag. Now, one thing I can tell you, I used to be a funeral director. True story, this. I used to be a funeral director. And 3 things I've been left with from being a funeral director. The first one is that I can look at anybody in this room and I'll tell you what size coffin you're going in. So, for instance, Callum here, he's going to be a 18850 because he's quite tall. Me, I'm a fucking custom made 2 meters by fucking 4 meters. Him, Joey, when the body bag comes back, you're going to be in a little tiny coffin, 172 by 50. So you'll fit in that. So that's the first thing I know. I can look at any of you and tell what size coffin you're going to be. And the second thing is that you could drop the most disgusting, I mean, the horriblest fucking fart. And it won't bother me a bit because I have smelled what is known in the trade as a bag of soup. When you've got somebody that's decomped and they're mostly liquefied and you've got to lift them out of one coffin and in body bag, put them in another body bag and then put them in another coffin. That smell never leaves you. I can smell it now. If I think hard enough, I can smell it now. But nothing will put me off. And the last thing that came from being a funeral director is I can look at anybody and I know what you'll look like when you've died. Because I'm that used to seeing bodies. I know exactly what you'll look like within 2 or 3 days of you dying. So, I mean, Callum, you're a good looking lad. You'll be alright. If you die tomorrow, you're going to have a good looking corpse. Joey, fucking pretty as a picture, that lad. He's going to, if he dies tomorrow, he's got the best looking corpse in the fucking room. Me, not so much. You know, my corpse is not going to be pretty. Closed coffin, no viewing. Keep that fucker. And this is a true story, you know. What they don't tell you about being a funeral director is when you have to go out and they call it bringing the deceased into our care. We call it a removal. That's what we're doing. We're lifting something up and shifting it. My first ever removal, I went with an old lad called Stuart. We go to this block of flats. We're up on 2nd floor. We go in, and he's on the sofa. He's just died about 5-10 minutes earlier. So we go up, and Stuart says, "Right, Shaun, we put him on stretcher, wrap him in cloth, and then cover it all out." I says, "All right." He says, "You're biggest, you take his shoulders, I'll take his feet." So, he's on this little sofa like this, stretchers on floor like that. We've got to get him off that sofa and onto the stretcher. And what they don't tell you is when you lift a body and put it down on stretcher, when you've got to bend right over them, they go like this. Final breath, it's just escape of gas. So I put him down on this stretcher and he just belched death breath right in my face and I'm like but I've got him, I'm carrying him like this. So we're going downstairs, we've left house and we're going downstairs and I'm fucking you. And Stuart's laughing at me and I'm going, "You fucking lousy bastard. Why didn't you tell me?" He says, "Well, there's got to learn somehow, son, haven't they?" Wrong, cool. But yeah, so these days I mostly do this, and it's great. It's great. You get to chat shit to people for 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time. And even if people heckle you, the best thing is you get to have a microphone, be louder than them, and tell them to fuck off. One of my favourite heckles, this is one. There's a guy called Martin Moore, really good comic from Northern Ireland, brilliant comic. And he was doing doing Sheffield City Hall one night. We were sat in, and there were a group of cunts that had been heckling all night. They were coked up, they were proper knobheads. And he upset MC, and first I struggled with him. Martin's on in the middle. Martin walks out and he goes, this guy's shouting, he goes, "Hey, I've been warned about you. Now, they've been nice to you. I won't be nice. If you carry on, I'm going to knock you out and fuck you in the car park." Now, bearing in mind, he's my height, and he's got a beard and tats. Looks like a fucking biker. Yeah, they shot a fucking break. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing. If you're gonna heckle, be funny. Yeah, be original, because we've heard it all. It's like, somebody called me a motherfucker the other day. Yeah. I said no. I said, she's dead. I said, she's in an urn in my dad's wardrobe. I said, at best, it's a fucking difficult wank. But, yeah. But, oh, even I think I've gone too far sometimes. I'm married again, and she's lovely. She's everything that my first wife wanted, as in mentally stable, and not about to murder me. But she is fucking scary. She's 5'2", right? She's 5'2" and 8 stone. She's this teeny little thing like this. I once saw her on Cop at Hillsborough, and there were a bloke behind us, youth, and he's shouting, "You white bastard! You white bastard!" And she got up, she turned around, she got hold of him by the scruff of the neck, and she lifted him off his fucking chair, and she went, "I've been coming to this ground for 30 years. You don't come on my cop and do racist shit like that. If you continue," now it shouldn't sound like this. "If you continue to do that, I'm going to tear off your fucking arms and I'm going to beat you to death with a wet end." And then she dropped him. And he looked at me and I went, "I'm not fucking saving you, you fucking brought that on yourself." But yeah, she is lovely, and I know she's not going to kill me. Well, I hope she's not going to kill me anyway. Well, that's pretty much all I've got to tell you for tonight. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I've been Big Shaun, and Chesterfield, you've been lovely. See you later.
Big Shaun, everyone. As I told you at the start, they've come from far and wide. Big Shaun's the one that come wide. So